Committee, lcfreedom.com.
Save big on your next landscaping project now at Menards. Whether you're shopping for edgers, pavers, or wall blocks, we have the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscaping blocks ready to take home today. Plus, get fast, free estimates using our landscape design program in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on all landscape blocks when you shop at Menards. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
Celebrate a birthday, anniversary, or retirement this week with a free dinner at the historic Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill. Buy one dinner, get one free, 7 nights a week. Google Fox and Hounds restaurant and enjoy your free dinner.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
The Bucks' next West Coast trip begins in the Golden State against the Warriors.
Hands off to Giannis. Giannis down low, stuffs it down with a one-hand slam.
Our coverage starts tonight at 8:30. We are your home for the Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 10:01, 47 degrees, mostly cloudy, mild temperatures today. A range of highs north of the city in the 40s, in and around Milwaukee, a high temperature of 53 degrees, and closer to the state line, highs in the 60s. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low down to 40. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Vince Vitrano. When is the April 1st election? Well, for some, it's today. First-day municipal clerks can begin offering in-person absentee voting in Wisconsin.
The early vote period runs from now until March 30th, though each local municipality sets its own early voting process in Wisconsin. Voters who need to register or re-register to vote can only do so at an early voting location through March 28th. Another important deadline is the day before on the 27th. That's the day most voters must make a request for a mail-in absentee ballot by. Those mailing those ballots in should do so at least a week before April 1st to make sure their clerks receive it before 8 p.m. on Election Day. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Happening tonight, a public hearing on a massive truck stop gas station travel plaza planned for Oak Creek. Buc-ee's wants to build the 120 gas pump, 70,000 square foot facility off I-94 in southern Milwaukee County. Some folks who live nearby are already complaining about that.
Buc-ee's is a great establishment. I just don't think it was meant to be 1,000 feet close to a residential area. A tourist destination, that's great. We're not Wisconsin Dells.
The Oak Creek Common Council will consider the comprehensive planned use category at a public hearing later tonight. Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources helping fight a wildfire in Green Lake County. They call it the Big Island Fire. Broke out Monday afternoon, 700 acres. Some folks evacuated, but no injuries, no structures lost. Wildfires still burning in parts of Oklahoma, Texas, and other parts of the Southwest and Midwest. At least 4 people died. Hundreds of buildings damaged or destroyed in Oklahoma alone. People from Missouri to Arizona under red flag warnings. ABC News Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z says the high winds bring other risk as well.
It's not just fire, but you could see power lines come down with these winds. In places where fires don't start, you've got blowing dust, which causes major problems on roads, visibility-wise.
The most important phone call on the planet today. President Trump due to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the ongoing negotiations with Ukraine. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers.
President Trump is expected to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin this morning as the U.S. pushes for a ceasefire in Russia's war in Ukraine. The president Monday called this a very important call and said this is now a very critical stage in negotiations. President Trump said he and Putin would discuss land concessions, power plants, and dividing up assets. He has repeatedly said he believes Ukrainian President Zelensky does not have the cards in the negotiations to end the war. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Israel relaunching airstrikes in Gaza.
Suddenly, the bombs started in the middle of the Gaza city, where are a lot of people and a lot of residents here. And minute by minute, the bomb cycle expanded to involve Rafah, Khan Yunis, Gaza City, and north of Gaza City.
Hundreds, according to Hamas, are dead. Israel said it broke the ceasefire because Hamas is still refusing to agree to terms of releasing the remaining hostages. Time for news about your money. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management's market update. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 277 points at 41,564. S&P 500 at 5605. That is off nearly 70 points. And the NASDAQ is down more than 2% at 17,444. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:05.
Explore outdoor living this Saturday from Eric Brown, the president of Outdoor Living Unlimited. He knows his stuff. They expand your living space with decks, patios, fire pits, even outdoor kitchens, and can show you a virtual reality of it all for starters. Outdoor Living Unlimited did a great job at the Matzik household. We love it. So listen and call Eric this Saturday on WTMJ's Fix It Show and check out OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Your European experts at Fox World Travel are ramping up and busy as ever. With the trending spring and summer European travel season, Fox European experts mean you can maximize your time soaking up the warm weather, blooming flowers, and vibrant landscapes without worrying about your travel or missing a moment. Port hop along the Mediterranean with Viking or Princess, or design your own bucket list adventure with Insight Vacations. Visit us online or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Your European immersion awaits.
When I shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, every time I come in, it's like a whole new store. It's because new inventory is arriving daily, all kinds of everything. And let me tell you, thrift store prices make buying easy, and helping others at the same time, that's icing on the cake. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
A buck doesn't buy much unless you're spending it at Griffin. For just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand, $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. We'll even show you the invoice to prove it. Our only requirements, we put them on for you. Buy one or the whole set. The dollar deal from Griffin. Milwaukee, Waukesha, Fort Atkinson, and Jefferson. Griffin. The buck stops here. The deals on tires don't. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update for the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Brewers play this afternoon in spring training baseball, and we'll have the game here for you on WTMJ. We've got the Mariners. 3:10 first pitch, 3 o'clock broadcast time. Bucks have a man down. Team announced Jericho Sims recently acquired as part of the Chris Middleton trade. He had surgery on Monday, repairing a torn ligament in his thumb. Expected to miss a month. Bucks hope to have him back in time for the playoffs. Bucks out west this week. We've got the Golden State Warriors tonight. Tip off at 9 o'clock, 8:30 pregame show on WTMJ. Take a look at the roads. Your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. Got some road work going on. 894 southbound lanes in West Dallas. 2 lanes closed around Beecher Street, but that's backing things up to Greenfield Avenue. Things loosen up once again just past National.
This report sponsored by Exterior Pros and Baths. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this spring? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com today.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, mostly cloudy today, a mix of high temperatures. So north of Milwaukee, expect highs in the 40s. Mid-50s for high temperatures in and around the city. South of Milwaukee and out west, high temperatures in the 60s. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 40. Rain and storms likely on Wednesday. Could shift over to a rain-snow mix overnight Wednesday with a high of 53 degrees. Thursday, we wake up with a chance of snow early. Then breezy as well, but skies clear out on our way to a high of 40. Friday's high 54 under partly cloudy skies. Chance of a nighttime shower. And for Saturday, partly cloudy and a high of 41. 48 degrees in Madison, Green Bay at 41, 48 in Waukesha, and in Milwaukee, 47 degrees. I'm Vince Vitrano, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:09.
We like to do things by the numbers. We're all about commerce and community. Welcome to the Upswing, presented by Oricon Bank, the natural choice for all your banking needs. Now for the host that's always on the upswing, Jeff Sherman.
Now, to business, gentlemen.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. Hope your Tuesday is off and running well, wherever you're doing, wherever you are. Hope you're having a good day so far. When you take a walk around your neighborhood, what are you seeing right now? Are you sensing that there's a few more for sale signs? Are you talking to your neighbors and they're thinking, now might be a good time to sell? Or are you sensing a little bit of uncertainty? The other day, and I'm sure maybe you've gotten one of these, but we hadn't gotten one in a while. We got a letter put into our mail, actually just left on our front steps. A really creative tactic saying, hey, if you ever choose to sell your house, here's my number, here's my email, we'd like you to contact us. I love the creative entrepreneurialism of this. You see this often in I don't know, districts that have really hot retail corridors or school districts. But hey, here's a house we'd like. We know it's not on the market yet, but if you ever choose to sell, why don't you give us a call? And as I said, I'm sensing a little bit of uncertainty in the housing market. Some of the higher end homes, you're looking at what, 600,000 to 900,000 range. Those maybe aren't selling as quickly right now, sitting on the market a little longer. Those houses in the 250,000 to 500,000 range, they're still selling pretty quickly. And if we're going to be really mission driven, all about community and commerce on this show, I want to continue to talk more about home prices and the economics of it all. So we're going to do that on today's show. Record high housing prices, still pretty elevated mortgage rates. They've frozen some people out of the housing market. But there's some new data now that shows that Gen Z is looking to be even more creative in terms of how they're buying first-time homes. And the Midwest is front and center in this. Compared to nationally, you look at national median home prices, you're over $330,000. In the Midwest, as a region, we're still around that $250,000 range. So Gen Z is sensing that Midwest is the place that I want to be. So today we're going to dive into the February housing numbers, see where we're heading for summer, and get a sense of where and how the younger generation is finding the funds and the opportunity to get creative around first-time home buying. Are they buying with friends? Are they investing in homes together, even buying homes that they're not going to live in? A lot of creativity in the housing space. Abby Hawkey is the regional manager for First Weber. Abby's going to join us later in the show. She's also the board chair of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors, one of the youngest board chairs ever to hold that position. She'll join us to talk about the real estate market and to preview this weekend's Realtors Home and Garden Show at the Expo Center at State Fair. Just yesterday, the Marcus Performing Arts Center announced its 30th anniversary of its Johnson Financial Group Broadway series at the Marcus Center. I'm a former board member at the Marcus Center, so this is always a highlight for me. I love what the Marcus Center does. It's such a blend, again, of commerce and community. They announced several shows beginning September 30th and running through October 5th. Is Mrs. Doubtfire. Les Mis is back in October. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical, is back for the holiday season. And Hamilton is coming back to town January 20th to February 1st, 2026. Always excited when we see the announcement from the Marcus Center. Also, speaking of the Marcus Center, I know it's the day after St. Patrick's Day, but the holiday extends throughout the week. People continue to celebrate, and there's some big events coming up this coming weekend, too. I want to highlight that. So when we come back, we're going to hear a little bit about the Red Hot Chili Pipers. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Don't count us out. Not
Lillard
yet.
scoops to the hoop, lays it in. The Bucks have taken a 1-point. Lopez in transition, squeezes up a three, and he drilled it. The Bucks throwing fire.
This season is far from over.
To work with drives inside and stuffs it down with the right hand. 59 points now for Giannis. He's tapping his chest as he goes the other way, saying, "This is my house.
We are the home of the Bucks.
This is my house."
WTMJ.
Tell us a little bit about Innovative Signs.
We're located out in Waukesha. Where we are really focused mostly is manufacturing outdoor electrical signs.
You came to Horicon Bank. How do you think other local businesses can benefit?
When I call, Michelle picks up the phone, and when I email, she responds in a timely manner. A few years ago, I talked to my accountant about shopping around looking for a different bank just to get some alternatives, and he said, absolutely not. You're not going to like working for a big bank. They have a lot more regulations. So that's how we got involved with Cornerstone Bank. When Horicon purchased Cornerstone, we came along for the ride, and it's been great.
It's Gina Della. You've heard me define what makes Pella Windows and Doors different. Let me introduce you to the woman behind the billboards, commercials, and share my extraordinary journey of resilience, reinvention, and shattering glass ceilings every Saturday morning at 6:30 on 620 WTMJ and anywhere you stream podcasts for What's the Difference with Gina Della to discuss business coaching across all industries, featuring successful executives, entrepreneurs, and mentors along the way. This is a story you won't want to miss.
I know you have a great dog, right? But you know there's room for improvement. At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we can help. Our attention-based training system uses modern technology to help you better communicate with your dog, even in high distraction. When you schedule a free consultation with us, you will have the opportunity to see our training in action and meet for yourself our happy dogs off leash and under control. Contact Sit Means Sit today at 262-361-3641 or find us on the web at sitmeansitwaukesha.com to schedule your free consultation so you can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Bagpipes with Attitude are back this coming Friday. WTMJ's Vince Vitrano had a chance to catch up with the Red Hot Chili Pipers, multi-platinum, award-winning Celtic rock band from Scotland. They're in town on Friday. Let's learn more.
Take me back to the first time it occurred to you, hey, we can do more than play the classics on the bagpipes. Like, we can do some contemporary stuff.
So you could say that if you play the Highland bagpipes and you're trying to entertain a broader audience and not just bagpipe aficionados, then you're going to have to broaden your scope of music there. Now, the difficulty with the bagpipes is it only has one octave. The instrument only has one octave. So you have to be quite clever in what you do.
Are there songs, Willie, that you all have tried and just thought, you know what, man, this does not fit. It doesn't work for bag rock?
Yeah, fantastic question again, Vince. I just think that if you could put 1,000 tunes down and we can say, can we do this? All this stuff has been well thought through, and we go through, Vince, I'm not lying, I would probably say 50 tunes, and we think, does that work? Nah. Okay, next one, nah. And then after an hour or two, you say, wait a minute, we might have something here, let's try that.
Red Hot Chili Pipers playing the Marcus Performing Arts Center. Willie Armstrong is one of the founders of the band. Is it harder, Willie, to play like AC/DC on the bagpipes as opposed to Amazing Grace?
So Amazing Grace is a slow air, so yeah, your fingers don't have to move at the same speed. I think that when, let's not forget, AC/DC are a Scottish band as well, and when they done Thunderstruck all those years ago, it's an incredibly difficult piece of music to play on the bagpipes.
Talking with Willie Armstrong, one of the founding members of the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
We're seeing the Red Hot Chili Pipers.
Willie, please tell me you know of at least one occasion where someone came to see your show and thought they were coming to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, that's happened a few times. The advertising is always, we make sure that it's guys dressed in kilts playing bagpipes. And we've even capitalised the Pipers part of it. So it's not Peppers, it's spelt differently, it's Pipers. But mostly it's taken in good humour when that happens. And there's a mother and daughter who bought a ticket for $45 to come and see us in a theatre in Sheboygan, I think it was. And it was all over the internet. It went viral on the internet, so viral that the Red Hot Chili Peppers gave them free tickets to come and see their show. But we're still in contact with the mother and daughter, and they loved our show as much as the Red Hot Chili Peppers, so they still come back to see us.
Guys play all over the world. You could go anywhere you want, particularly around St. Patrick's Day. Why do you always come back to Milwaukee?
It's such an iconic place to go. I love Milwaukee. I love the art museum, and it's right next to the rock stage at Milwaukee, the Henry Meyer Park. So love Milwaukee, and I think that it's a really appreciative crowd. Most people in Milwaukee have heard of the band because we play obviously at the Irish Fest most years. So yeah, I cannot wait to play there.
Big events all weekend long. I know it's only Tuesday, but you're already looking forward to the weekend, right? The Red Hot Chili Pipers at the Marcus Performing Arts Center on Friday. Then Rumors, the ultimate Fleetwood Mac tribute show, is the following night. Of course, the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament at Fiserv Friday and Sunday as well. Coming up next, take a guess. What's the percentage of American households that make more than $200,000 per year? I'll tell you, and I'll tell you how that could impact the future of higher education. You're listening to The Upswing. This is WTMJ.
Wisconsin winters are unpredictable.
This is history. Never had a tornado touchdown in February.
We keep you updated on blizzards.
Winter storm warning has been issued for all of southeast Wisconsin, and it's going to get really, really dicey.
Blackouts.
Tens of thousands of customers across southeast Wisconsin are without power this morning.
Icy roads.
Very, very slick conditions pretty much everywhere.
And more. With WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and at WTMJ.com.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort, offering small ship experiences with a shore excursion included in every port, and programs designed for cultural enrichment. Learn more at Viking.com.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY Days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Many times, patients have symptoms they didn't know were actually related to their airway breathing issues.
I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, and neck pain. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point.
Unfortunately, this is typical. But until you get to the root of your problem, it's going to just persist. Fortunately, Jody took action, and the results were typical as well.
My quality of life is so different, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Being able to breathe freely is life-changing, and the effects can go beyond that.
Sleeping better, having more energy, and it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away.
And thank heavens for that, because at Advent, results are what drive us, helping you breathe well so you can live better.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
Lake Geneva is the Midwest's premier golf destination, featuring breathtaking views, crystal clear lakes, and rolling fairways. Treat yourself to an all-inclusive golf getaway with courses designed for all skill levels, luxurious lodging, distinctive dining, and a relaxing spa. Plan a Lake Geneva group golf outing, a corporate event, or a weekend getaway with friends or family. Their pros will help you plan a memorable golf experience. For info on courses and more, visit lakegeneva.com today. Lake Geneva, it's always been the place for legendary golf.
Now it's time for the Two Up on the Upswing.
Welcome back to the Upswing. Let's go two up. Of course, two things in the business world that I'm seeing that you need to know about now. Are you aware of the wine brand Yellowtail? Really budget friendly, right? It's an Australian-based wine brand, probably known to college students mainly. It's looked the same since the year 2001. And I did some price checks yesterday around the area. A bottle of Yellowtail is, depending on where you're going, about $6.50. I saw it for $6.89 at a few places too. The company is looking to tweak its look. It kind of has that iconic kangaroo logo. Now they want to stand out even more, and they need to continue to appeal to younger generations to turn away from the canned cocktail lines, because that's where the younger generation is going. Reality is, wine companies want to continue to woo younger customers, so even a legacy brand like Yellowtail is looking to redo its look and feel. In 2024, wine sales to retailers declined by 8%, and this is data from the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America. Wine's competing with canned cocktails, with seltzers, with THC-infused drinks, the rise of NA beer, and so much more. So they're going to make subtle changes at Yellowtail. They're going to move the logo. They're going to make it easier for consumers to immediately recognize the bottle's variety, and they're going to hype up the color contrast. It's really interesting, obviously, as you're walking down the wine aisles, your eye tends to go to the bottles that are more vibrant. And Yellowtail has always been a little more subtle in its look and feel, and it's always played on the fact that it's a bargain price. Now they're going to update that look in a little bit of a bid to make Yellowtail's accessible, easy on the pocketbook brand more available to the younger market. Speaking of more available, our second thing is Harvard for everyone. Now, higher education costs, we all know they're not getting any lower, right? No matter what the motives are on this, did you hear this yesterday? Yesterday's announcement from Harvard, I think it's a good one. Harvard University is saying that it's expanding its financial aid program, making undergraduate tuition free for students from families with annual incomes of $200,000 or less. And this will begin in the 2025 and 26 academic year. Annual tuition at Harvard, any guesses? $57,000 a year. So this initiative is also going to provide full financial support, including housing, food, and travel for students from families earning $100,000 or less. Now, according to recent data, and it kind of depends on what source you're looking at, but 12.66% of American households make less than $200,000. Make more than $200,000 per year. So we're looking at 89% of Americans are eligible for the free Harvard ride. Now, you're saying, Jeff, all right, first, give me the numbers. Give me some more numbers around this. The acceptance rate at Harvard, 3.5%. So for every 100 applicants, only about 4 are admitted. So it's extremely selective. But the thing is, Harvard gets the great minds. This is going to enable a bit of social mobility, and it's going to provide an entrance point to the elite in the country. And you look at why schools like Harvard are doing this. Well, $52 billion endowments. It's also worth noting that Republicans in Congress are weighing tax increases for the top universities and their endowments. So the elite schools around the country, like Harvard, Stanford, and Princeton, could see levies on their investment gains raised as high as 21%. So, yes, whatever the motive is behind this on the Harvard end, I think it's a really good thing for the state of higher education to open their doors to more people, to make higher education more affordable, and to create even bigger, better, brighter opportunities for everyone. Kudos, Harvard. Let's see how this trickles down to endowments at other schools, but also to opening higher education opportunities at other schools, not only the Ivy League schools, but some of the private institutions across the country. Looking at February home sales data, the metropolitan Milwaukee housing market fell almost 4% in February. We're going to dive into that and much, much more when we come back. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:30. ABC News, local headlines, and then Abby Hawkey, Regional Manager, Southeast and Northeast Wisconsin from First Weber, joins.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The White House says President Trump and Russia's Vladimir Putin are speaking as the two look to get Russia to sign off on a plan to end the war in Ukraine. The call comes after Ukrainian officials last week agreed to a 30-day ceasefire proposal. ABC's James Longman has the latest from Kyiv.
As far as objectives go, the United States clearly will want the Kremlin to agree to this ceasefire. As far as Russia goes, well, it could be argued that they've already got at least one of their objectives, which is to be taken seriously, to be accepted into the international fold, to have relations with the United States normalized.
The Israel-Hamas ceasefire shattered overnight as Israel carried out numerous airstrikes over Gaza. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says more than 400 people were killed. Pope Francis, in a letter published today, says his lengthy illness has made him more lucid on the absurdity of war. His top deputy also shooting down suggestions, any kind of a papal resignation. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 1031. I'm Vince Vitrano. Election Day is April 1st, but early voting underway in Wisconsin today. First day, municipal clerks can offer in-person absentee voting in the state. Days and hours vary by community, so check with your local clerk's office for times if you want to vote ahead of the election. Crews are working on a water main break. Greenfield Avenue, 58th Street, Greenfield, eastbound traffic being detoured at 60th, with westbound traffic remaining on Greenfield Ave. Repairs expected to be completed by about 3 this afternoon. The road closure is due to remain in place for pavement restoration through Wednesday and Thursday. Hamilton returns to Milwaukee. The Marcus Performing Arts Center announcing its 2025-26 season this week, featuring 9 Broadway shows. The Grinch around Thanksgiving and Juliet, The Wiz, Les Miserables, among the other shows planned from fall into next summer. Time for news about your money. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 350 points to 41,490. S&P 500 is falling nearly 1.25% to 5605. NASDAQ falling as well. That's down 1.75%, about 316 points to 17,492. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Checking out the roads, your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic Report. Got some road work going 894. These are the southbound lanes in West Dallas. Got 2 lanes closed, and they close right around Beecher Street, but backups stretch all the way back to Greenfield Avenue. Things will loosen up past the construction zone, just past National. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast, mostly cloudy today. Mild temperatures. Depending on where you are, you could see temps in the mid-40s north of the city, near the 60s south of Milwaukee and out west as well. Right around the metro area, high temp of 53 degrees. Mostly cloudy tonight, low down to 40. Rain and storms likely on Wednesday, mixing with snow by the evening hours with a high of 53 degrees. Waking up with a chance of snow early on Thursday. Breezy and clearing skies, high 40. Partly cloudy skies, chance of a nighttime shower on Friday with a high of 54. Saturday, a high of just 41 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Madison right now at 49, 42 in Green Bay, Waukesha at 50, and in Milwaukee, 48 degrees. I'm Vince Vitrano, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 1034.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys have been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
I juggle a lot. And managing constipation with belly pain from my irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, with laxatives and fiber isn't enough. My doctor recommended a way to get ahead of it. Then I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. We're going to dive into the wonderful world of housing on a hyper-local level. February home sales were down 3.9% in the area. So I always like to kind of take a deeper dive into those figures, tell you what it's all about, and analyze it from a true professional lens. Abby Hawkey is a regional manager of Southeast and Northeast Wisconsin for First Weber. Abby's taken some time out of her day to join us in studio. Abby, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And, all right, first and foremost, I'm just looking through your information, looked at your LinkedIn profile this morning. I'm fascinated by Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
You did a 6-month internship there years ago. Mm-hmm. What did you learn at Walt Disney World that helped prepare you for the real estate game?
Yeah, it's wild because at the time, obviously, I had no idea real estate was going to be in my future. And I think I have to attribute a lot of my time at Disney for what has prepared me for real estate. I mean, truly, everything at Disney is all about the guest, right?
Right.
And you are on stage. That's what they prep you for. When you are in front of people, you are on stage. If you need a break, you step off a stage. So it just really helps you to get mentally focused on putting that person and that customer first, which obviously is a key within real estate.
Yeah, and it's all about, positioning and protecting the brand also. But as you kind of walk through Disney, all the buildings look perfect, right? And so that had to really help at least spark something in you like, wow, this is an industry I can really love and take lessons from a place that's a worldwide destination.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is beautiful and pristine. And again, it's all about guiding the clients through their space and making sure they're enjoying the time and touring them around ultimately, right? And same with real estate. I mean, we have to do that every single day.
All right. I wanted to dive into some of the Greater Milwaukee Association of Realtors report from February. How do you interpret the 3.9% decline in home sales in Greater Milwaukee in February? Is that just seasonality, or are there other factors that are going into this?
Yeah, so I think primarily I would say it's seasonality. And when you really break down that 3.9% and you put it to actual numbers, it was like 38 homes less in sales, right? So it's not an astronomical number. February is primarily a slow month, always. And, I think January, people come out of the gate as a new year and they get really excited and they they get anxious and they do start to look at putting their house up. February is cold and gray, and people just slow down, and then they put a pause on wanting to wait for the spring market really to rev up.
Mm-hmm. What are we looking at from an inventory standpoint? Is there a need for additional units? We hear a lot about, hey, the greater Milwaukee area needs more housing to get a more balanced market. Are you still seeing that?
Oh, yeah, 100%. So a balanced market would mean we have 6 months worth of inventory to keep up with the demand for the buyers. Right now, we're down in the 2.3 or so, I believe. And so, yeah, our demand is incredibly high. Our listings were up just a smidge, 0.4% for the month of February. But as we go into March, we're going to anticipate and we expect to continue to see that inventory now rise.
All right. When we come back, I'm seeing a lot of stories recently about the challenges for first-time home buyers. But the flip side of that is, and I've said this for years, and I think it's finally coming true, that this is the year of the Midwest, that people are finally focused on, the affordability, the access to the lake, and just the opportunity in the Midwest is here. I want to get your lens on, is it here from a housing standpoint for first-time home buyers? You're listening to The Upswing. This is WTMJ.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix-It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Kohler Services and Outdoor Living Unlimited. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
My USPS Ground Advantage package just left the warehouse. I get all the updates. Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Founded by inventors, fueled by community, and focused on business. This is WTMJ's Jeff Sherman speaking on behalf of my good friends at Horicon Bank. Horicon Bank, they've been doing banking differently since 1896. Your financing requests, they can be approved in days. You don't have to wait weeks because your banker understands you and your business. Service and products go hand in hand. They provide top-notch products to meet your business's cash flow needs. Horicon Bank, they always get the job done together, doing good. That's their vision, and they're committed to doing what it takes to help your business grow. Horicon Bank, truly the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
My name is Emma. I'm 25 years old, and I work at the Wisconsin Athletic Club. And I just love what I do here because I feel like I helped a lot of people. I hope that other kids can have a goal that they can move out and live independently too. I've had all these opportunities because somebody said yes to me.
Live life to the fullest with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that supports people with disabilities throughout their lives. Connect with a real-time navigator at thinkabilitywi.org today.
Beer fans, travel lovers, and history buffs, this is your dream vacation. Join me, Sandy Max, on a 10-day journey through Germany, Austria, and the Czech Republic. We'll enjoy Munich's famous beer halls, sip our way through Salzburg's historic breweries, and discover Vienna's culture and craft beer scene. Then end the tour in Prague, where ancient history meets modern brews. From iconic castles to authentic flavors. Grab your passport and let's raise a glass to the ultimate beer adventure. Limited spots available. Book now. Email me, sandy@wtmj.com to learn more.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value. By having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos, global marketing, and the built-in experience that Century 21 Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004. And being joined with Century 21 just makes all of the above stand out that much more. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome back to The Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman. Home prices and more today. Abby Hawkey, regional manager at First Weber, joins us. Abby, again, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. So let's talk about some of the challenges in the February report. Limited inventory, rising prices. That's kind of a housing 101 almost. But what are the programs and options for first-time home buyers in the Milwaukee area? And are you seeing an increase, or is there a bit of continued uncertainty for first-time home buyers in the area?
Uncertainty, I don't know that I'd use that word.
Okay.
Unrest, maybe, frustration, absolutely. Because our demand is so high. So it's escalating our prices, right? We almost are continuing to see double digits in home sale prices rising month after month, which makes it tough. And then because the demand is so high, right, the competition out there is really tough. And when you're a first-time home buyer, you're looking at every option, right? Whether it's the financial programs that maybe help with down payment assistance, which there are some, of course. So, but then it makes it a little bit harder to compete when you're coming in there against a cash buyer.
So the average sale price was up by 15.5% in February. How are you navigating your clients in the rising cost environment, and specifically for first-time home buyers? How are you educating them to at least make sure they're in the game?
Yeah. So having the right financial partner is huge. So a good real estate agent is going to pair you with a great lender. And that is so important because there's just so many different types of programs. I mean, there are programs where you can get almost fully underwritten prior to even writing your offer. So then you can go in with much stronger contingencies, almost similar to a cash offer, right? And then you have a little bit more of a leg up versus somebody coming in with a different type of program for financing. So I would say that is really imperative. Sit down, have the consultation with your real estate agent so that you can be quick to act, you can be pre-approved before jumping in, and then you can be strong in navigating your contingencies because it's not always about the dollar at the end of the day.
Yeah. So people are listening across the state and maybe saying, all right, I'm going to relocate to greater Milwaukee. You have first-time home buying clients. Where are you steering them? Is that just still a hyper-personal decision, or do you kind of use your lens to say, hey, what about this area? Or what about this neighborhood? How do you handle that?
Yeah, good question. So I would say it still is extremely personal. I mean, I think some people just have specific needs, right, for job or relocation. But then if you're looking to stretch your budget a little bit more, we can absolutely sit down and say, hey, have you kind of looked into maybe the West Dallas area, the Cudahy going a little bit more south, right? Or even if you're into Waukesha County and then Jefferson County, even it pushes a little bit out there. So you can definitely look to extend your locations. Absolutely.
Okay. What are you seeing from a recruitment standpoint in the realtor space? It seemed to me like years ago, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was like, well, this is the industry I need to be in. There's been some changes, maybe even some challenges. Are you finding it tougher to recruit new realtors?
So I would say during that 2020, 2021, when our industry was booming, our market was booming, everybody wanted to get into real estate. It looked glamorous. It was easy. Everybody was selling houses. And then post-COVID, we had the election, right? We had the lawsuits within our industry, which caused some change for us in the real estate world. So I think that uncertainty level kind of made people step down a little bit and be like, I'm not sure I want to take that risk of getting into this self-employed space.
In terms of regulation in Wisconsin, we've always kind of had that buttoned up, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Wisconsin's always been ahead of the game. So that's why the agents really haven't seen much of an effect. It's really just a different navigation of conversation with your clients.
Yeah. I always say, it's about location, but to your point, Abby, it's about trust. And whether that's your financial partner or your realtor or whoever you're working with to identify that right home, you got to have that level of trust in a relationship or it's just not going to work.
100%. Yep.
All right. When we come back, I know you have a preview of the upcoming Home and Garden Show this weekend. What are some of the big things that are going to make my home a little bit more valuable? I'm going to throw out a budget to you and you can say, all right, here's a dollar amount. What are the two things that will instantly rise the level value of my home? This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ.
Wisconsin's Midday News, bringing you the latest in news.
Charges filed for the mother of a 13-year-old who was missing in Oak Creek.
Sports.
You should want to be like Junior Bridgman. He said he is the exact model that the league should use every day.
Traffic.
So you have a crash involving 2 cars.
And weather.
Temperatures moving in the right direction here. Kind of an early week warm-up. You started to get a taste of it yesterday.
Join Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty, only on WTMJ.
She's different and special and loaded with personality.
And there's one more thing, but you can't explain it in words.
She's the one.
She's the one.
The one.
You know it.
Your friends know it.
The whole world knows it.
We curated a special selection of engagement rings for her.
Can you guess what we call it?
We call it the One Collection by Kessler's.
Because these engagement rings are different.
And special.
And loaded with personality.
And one more thing. But you can't explain it in words.
Engagement rings in the One Collection start at just $725.
But some of them are more.
A lot more.
But we've got you covered.
First, we have 12 months financing at 0%. Or
second, we have 36 months financing at 9.99%, both with approved credit.
Third, we have second chance financing if you need someone to give you a second chance.
And don't forget the Kessler's warranty.
The strongest warranty of any jewelry store in the world.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Goodyear, Dunlop, Kelly, Continental, General, you name it, we got it.
Plus, free flat tire repair, free tire rotations, and more.
So when you're due for tire service, schedule it at richlawns.com.
That's Rich Lawns with 2 N's.
Rich Lawns.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
Your stress-free spring break trip starts in your driveway with Go Right Way, Wisconsin's largest chauffeured fleet. Start your vacation as soon as you leave your house by letting Go Right Way handle your rides to and from Mitchell Field or O'Hare. Luggage? Go Right Way has it. Traffic? Go Right Way handles it. Parking hassles? You won't miss them. Go Right Way's professional, on-time chauffeurs are background checked and their vehicles are premium and meticulously cleaned. Your journey starts with a ride you can trust. Book your ride today at GoRightWay.com.
Tired of staring at the same old garage door? Vince Vitrano here, Lifetime Door Company, wants to give you a new one for free. Your chance to win by texting GARAGE to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. All you need to do is take a picture of your garage door or get creative. Tell us a story. Register to win, and you can pick the door of your dreams. Valued at up to $8,000, text GARAGE to the WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. For contest rules, visit our website, WTMJ.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, navigating the wonderful world of residential real estate. Abby Hockey from First Weber joins us. So, Abby, has the calculus of renting versus buying a home in the U.S. gotten more complex? Have you seen a shift of kind of the how and why people buy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, that demand pushing the supply and the pricing up is pushing people into renting a lot more. However, I think apartment complexes know that. So rent prices are skyrocketing as well.
Yeah.
And it's easy to build them. Easier to build those than condo complexes and single family. So we're seeing a lot of them go up because they know they can get the demand for it.
Yeah. Back on the first-time home buyer lane, are you seeing people pool resources, like single people in their 20s saying, hey, we're going to buy this home together, or buying homes as investments in the area? Is that happening?
You know, duplex, the want for and need for a duplex is definitely, right? So because you can live in one and then rent out the other and supplement your mortgage in that respect. I haven't really seen people pooling together. I have seen people pool the resources and gifts of family members.
Okay. All right.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. All right. So this weekend at the Wisconsin State Fair Parks Expo Center is the Realtors Home and Garden Show. Wanted to have you give us a little bit of preview, what to expect there, the costs are, maybe how you can save a little bit of money and get in.
Yeah, so it's our 99th Home and Garden Show, so that's pretty exciting.
Nice.
We have anywhere, every year there's between 20,000 to 30,000 people through that expo. So it's a really cool experience. So if you're looking to, as a seller, right, meet contractors, vendors, explore some upgrades that you could do in your home, you could meet everybody there that you'd want. If you're looking to expand your outdoor living, right, there's fire pits, pergolas, waterfalls on exhibit that you can walk through the promenade. It's beautiful. It truly is an exceptional show.
Build that garden up or get those raised gardens. Or,
there's going to be puppies there this year.
All right.
I mean, who doesn't love puppies?
Indeed. That's beautiful. All right. So I'm walking through the Realtors Home and Garden Show, and I'm like, all right. I have $1,000 and I want to do two things in the $1,000 budget that are really going to maximize the value of my home. Is it possible, and what would you recommend?
Okay, definitely possible.
All right.
And my instant recommendation is lighting is number one. Okay. That is such a good and quick.
Inside and out?
Inside, well, yeah. Outside, I would say if you're looking at updating the ones just like on your garage, right, or something like that. But inside primarily, your bathrooms, your kitchens, a chandelier, a real statement piece that's going to instantly modernize your home.
Okay.
And you can do that fairly inexpensively.
All right.
The
That's
other one. Okay. The other one is paint. It sounds so boring, but it is truly going to change the space of your home.
Yes, all right. That is on the Sherman household list for sure. Paint the entire house. You got to find the colors. You got to find the right contractor. You got to find the time for sure. But that's good to know because that's definitely on our list. Abby Huckey, I appreciate your time. All the best with the show and in everything you do. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here.
All right, for sure. So coming up tomorrow, the seasonal allergy time is coming fast and quickly. And I have some thoughts on how you make sure that you're spending the right amount of money to make sure that you stay healthy this spring. And then later in the show, we're going to preview the upcoming summer cruise season on the Great Lakes. So make sure you're back tomorrow. As always, just text Upswing to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line at 855-616-1620. We'll send you all past episodes. Coming up next, Wisconsin's Midday News. But first, let's take a look at some local business headlines.
These are your business headlines from the Milwaukee Business Journal.
Spirit Airlines expands its routes from Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport starting in May. The airline offers direct